And I don't think you guys are ready to have the conversation about being so poor that you literally couldn't afford to get to an on-site job interview if you got one. 2.5. That's how many years I've been unemployed. 4,000. That's roughly how many job applications I've put in. 60. That's approximately how many interviews I've had. 4 interviews went the full cycle, from recruiter to final interview. 3. That's how many job offers I've received since December of 2022. Well, Melissa, if you received 3 job offers, why are you unemployed? I'm so glad you asked. One was a teaching position so far away that it would have cost me more to commute than I would have earned. The second one was fraudulent, meaning I talked to real people. I went through the entire process and signed an offer letter, only for them to ghost me and for me to realize that they were simply data harvesting for all of the exercises I did for them, and they wanted me to send them a check for equipment. That company later put a warning on their LinkedIn profile. The third one was to be a recruiter, only to be ghosted and find out from a LinkedIn post that the hiring manager who interviewed me made, congratulating the new hire, who was a college student, no tea, no shade, but they had only ever done an internship. I have 18 plus years sales management experience, specifically in tech, in SaaS, in cloud-based software sales. I have 2 master's degrees. I'm currently a PhD candidate. Well, why don't you just get a job, doing something you don't want to do until you... Shut up. I can't get a job at Trader Joe's. Do you know how many people apply to Trader Joe's on the daily? I asked the manager at my local Trader Joe's, what their experience was in terms of hiring. They have applications just backlogged, and they get at least 6 people that walk in the store every day asking for work. Oh, but why don't you get professional help with your... Don't. I've got 8 different resumes. Keyword optimized, customized, cover letters customized. Shut up. Do you not think we have tried everything? Do you not think applying for work is a full-time job? Especially when you are interviewing or attempting to interview with multiple places at the same time, okay? It's dehumanizing, and it's physiologically and psychospiritually exhausting to be unemployed this long. Looking for work costs money. I haven't had internet in my home since January of 23 because I can't afford it. So I rely on hotspots from the library, or I have to go to a cafe, which means I have to pay to sit somewhere to job hunt. I have had to miss 3 on-site job interviews over the past 2+ years because I couldn't afford to get to them. Was to answer phones at an acupuncture clinic for 15 to 20 hours. Wait for it. A month. You are not crazy. It is that bad. People who have not experienced it will gaslight you. They will insult you. They will disrespect you, even people that love you, because they do not get it. You are competing with people that are more qualified and experienced than you for the same role. Just like people that are less experienced and qualified than me are competing with me for the same role. There is no such thing as an entry-level position anymore. Entry-level now requires multiple years of experience. What the fuck? It doesn't matter if you have degrees in your field. It doesn't matter if you have degrees at all. They don't care. They care if you can tell them what they want to hear. And that's only if the AI applicant tracking systems scan your resume and allow you to be put in front of a human for 10 seconds while they scan your resume and decide if you're a worthy candidate before tossing you aside. So when people come in my comments, when I'm requesting support for mutual aid, or I'm talking about my eviction, which I've actively been fighting since November without an attorney, and they say, well, why can't you just, move out? Or why are you unemployed? Well, first of all, if I can't afford rent, how can I afford to move? Okay? Riddle me that, Batman. Secondly, it's none of your business why anyone is unemployed, okay? But second of all, if you're unemployed and you have a gap in your resume, we all know how hard it is to explain a 3-month gap, a 6-month gap. Try explaining a 2+ year gap in your resume, bitch. No amount of bullshitting freelance work and focusing on your degree is going to explain away a 2+ year gap on your resume. Government and federal jobs get wiped off the face of the planet by a man who wants to colonize Mars and breed women for a living.